What's up, everybody? I'm Steven Tokarski with Vital MX. We're out here at Kaweah Creek Motocross Park testing some FCP race cups, and we have the owner of FCP, Chris Palm, with us, who's going to go into a little more detail about what these race cups actually do and how they change your feeling on the front end versus triple clamps and all that, and give a little background on his motocross experience. I've actually known Chris for, 15 years now. He used to be a little bit of a battle at REM back in the day when he came over from Sweden. So yeah, Chris, just give us a little info on your background in motocross, and then yeah.
Well, yeah, I used to race. REM was pretty popular back in the day. So yeah, born and raised in Sweden, moved here, did a bunch of racing. That's how I met you.
Yep.
Dabble a little bit in some magazine testing as well. And then now, yeah, making high performance chassis parts, owner of FCP. Really excited about this new product, the Race Cups, and here to just kind of explain what it is.
So you started with engine mounts, and those worked well for you, right? You're doing good with that.
Absolutely.
What made you get into this, the race cups?
Well, so again, I mean, factory chassis parts.
Yes.
We're making chassis parts, so engine mounts are just part of it. I feel like we started doing some headwind with the engine mounts of how, you know, they could improve the chassis and so on. And then I've always kind of been interested in, you know, making another product.
Yes.
And I feel like the offset steering races is something that a lot of people might have heard from race teams. And if you're kind of in the race scene, offset steering races is probably something you've heard about, but maybe the general consumer doesn't really know. So kind of started looking into how we could make a consumer-friendly item that would change the geometry of the frame, and yeah, Race Cups is how we made it.
Awesome. So yeah, I remember during your prototype testing, you actually had me ride this, and I couldn't tell what it was, and he wouldn't tell me. So it was really interesting when he came out with it. I was like, son of a bitch, that was what it was. So yeah, just go into details of what is different than just putting on a triple clamp, because I know a lot of people think that, oh, I could get my offset different with the triple clamp, and I know you can't, and consumers normally haven't been able to do this up until now.
Correct. So the common misconception is probably that because it's called offset steering races, that doesn't necessarily, it's not the same as an offset triple clamp. It's two different things. So on a triple clamp, what you're able to do, and maybe this is kind of easier to see, is you're able to move the forks and the front wheel in the same angle as what the head tube is currently on the frame. Well, with the Race Cups, we're able to change the complete angle of it. Yep. And so our Race Cups are, they're changing the angle by 1/3 of a degree, which isn't a whole lot, but when you talk about the angle in the frame, normally you only do like 1/4 degree or 1/2 degree. So we kind of went with a happy in between with a 1/3. And you're basically getting like a 4 millimeter change in wheelbase. So yeah, small change up here is actually kind of a big deal on the front wheel. And you're able to make a longer wheelbase and add trail, which all combine like more stability. Where when you're changing like a triple clamp offset, unfortunately you're gaining in one spot and removing in the other. So yeah, but yeah, R&D's been, that was a lot of work. And we kind of went all over the place with different numbers and had all kinds of people try it, and it was all hidden, so you couldn't really see what was going on. But yeah, the feedback was cool because people were just looking around the bike, kind of scratching their head. But yeah, it's finally here, so yeah, super excited.
So yeah, this is obviously, it doesn't sound like much, but it is a drastic change when you just bolt it on. So there might be some minor tweaking to it, and just go into more detail about that.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is probably it's never really been available to the public before. So it's actually a feeling on the track that most riders probably have never experienced before. And it does, I mean, you're changing the geometry of the frame essentially. So you are, you might want to do some clicker adjustment, you know, up or down in the fork height. Same with the sag, you might want to add or deduct 1 or 2 mil. And that's all kind of like rider preference for sure.
And the nice thing is it doesn't change the actual rigidity of the chassis at all. So that's a very good thing, that it is a different feeling, but it isn't like you're changing rigidity balance at all. So that's a very good, important part of it.
Yeah.
So installation on this, I suggest not doing it at the track. We did do it at the track because we have an expert here who can bang it out in, what I think he did in 20 minutes. I was sitting in my truck, I'm like, oh, I gotta go already. So yeah, just talk about installation and price as well.
Yeah, I mean, we'd probably recommend doing this kind of, you know, at the comfort of your garage and shop, because you're removing bearings and you know, I come prepared. I've done 100 of these by now, so it's not that difficult. But I mean, for your first time, if you go on our website and you do purchase this kit, it's $589, and we have like really good instructions. There's a couple of videos on YouTube that you guys can look up to make it as easy as possible. And we also provide a couple of specialty tools just to make it easier on the consumer. So
yeah, $589. I know that seems like kind of expensive, but I mean, that's cheaper than any suspension valving you're gonna get, triple clamps. And to me, that makes a bigger difference than trying to band-aid some situations with suspension or triple clamps. So yeah, I think it's a great deal for what you're getting. And yeah, I think overall, it's an amazing product. Yeah, you did a great job with this. And yeah, thank you for coming out and appreciate the time.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, we basically kind of went through how it feels on track, but just improved stability, front contact feeling. Actually, cornering performance is oddly better for me. I had much more confidence pushing through the bumps and just less handlebar movement, and just it was a great overall package for this bike. I did do a little tweaking for the front end. I wanted just a tiny bit more settled into the flat corner, so I went 2 clicks softer on compression. And then I felt like even before I put them on, just the YZ is so fast that it's really easy to wheelie. So with it a little more raked out, it felt like even more wheelie. So then I went from 105 sag to 102, so just went 1 turn in, and that seemed to balance it out perfect. Actually made my cornering even better, and didn't lose any stability or comfort, and just overall was, I've been looking for this on the YZ for a while, so I'm very happy with just throwing on the race cups and just improving my stability so much. Yeah, there's not much more to say, but great job to FCP guys for putting in the time to get this thing dialed, and yeah, it was a great day. If you like this content or have any questions, please put the questions or comments in the comment section below. And yeah, if you like this content, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.